Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel, as well as my other YouTube channels, and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a Star Wars The Role-Playing Game story called The Vermiks. I'm titling this one The Vermiks. My friend Greg contacted me and asked if any of my gaming group would like to play in a game he was planning to run, Star Wars. He's a huge Star Wars fan. He's a great guy, a good game master. And I talked to my group, and 3 of them wanted to play, so there was 4 of us. That was cool. We had the free time, and Greg, like I said, is a good guy, an excellent game master, so we agreed. It was me, Earl, Ray, and Mark. He wanted us to roll up Jedi, all of us. He gave us 100 character points to buy non-force skills. That's we got the character made up, and then he gave us 100 extra character points to buy force skills, but to buy non-force skills, and 80 to buy force skills and powers. We all turned out to be Jedi Knights. Now, we were not quite masters, but we were close. In our games, 5 dice, the way I run it in my games, and I taught Greg, so Greg runs it the same way. 5 dice in the 3 force skills. Once you have 5 dice in all of it, you are considered a Jedi Knight as opposed to a Padawan or an apprentice or anything like that. When you have at least 8 dice in all 3 of them, you qualify to be considered for the title of Master. But that title had yet to be earned in the game. You could conceivably have a Jedi with 12 dice in all 3 force skills, but still only be a Jedi Knight. You see what I'm saying? You have to earn the title of Master in the game. At any rate, we were sent to investigate some odd happenings on a world where there was a New Republic settlement. The game took place after the fall of the Empire in Return of the Jedi. The mining colony had ceased output and stopped communicating. A security patrol had been sent, but they had disappeared shortly after landing, with no word from them. So we were sent to find out what happened. We landed a ways off from the colony and snuck in to investigate. We figured that was the prudent course. We saw workers building some kind of a shield generator out of makeshift components. We sensed something odd as well. Every member of the colony was evidently a Force user. We investigated further and found that for some reason they were obsessed with protecting the settlement and the mines from any outsiders. This is just from overhearing what they were talking about, and, we captured one colony member and took her back to our ship for medical analysis. While we ran the analysis, Ray's Jedi suddenly became very, very violent. We didn't have any choice. He was such a powerful person. We didn't have a choice. We had to kill him. And that wasn't good. 25% of our group dead right off the bat. Turns out there were tiny bugs called Vermiks infesting their systems. He'd been carrying the colonists, and they jumped onto his skin and then burrowed inside. It took about a half hour of constant contact for enough of them to get inside him and take over, but that happened, and that's why he died, and it sucked, but there it is. Vermiks are tiny, almost microscopic insects, which each use an infinitesimal amount of force ability. When enough of them congregate on a human brainstem, they mimic force abilities in that humanoid. Furthermore, or in that individual, that being, doesn't have to be humanoid. Furthermore, these insects are in telepathic contact with the Queen, who direct and control the Vermiks. She also absorbs portions of the Vermik power, so she is extremely powerful. She is incredibly powerful. The bigger her swarm is, the more powerful she is how that works out. We knew we had to find and defeat her, or somehow reason with her. Mark, somehow, and I still don't know how, presumably something Force related, Mark was able to convince the colonists to take us to the Queen. We learned that the Vermiks were all over the planet. Mostly they were harmless. They burrowed into people or into other animals or whatever, and they just live there. They're harmless. I don't know. They're not. They have symbiotic relationships. They don't hurt anything, but they don't add anything. They just live there. That's how they live. They're not parasites per se. They don't take anything from, well, they live off the heat of the body, I guess, but that's about it. Anyway, it seems that the miners had accidentally and unknowingly tunneled into the Queen's nest, and that's when the trouble started, because the Vermiks down there were the force-related ones. We negotiated with the Queen and were able to set up a truce. She would order her nest to leave the miners, and we would make sure they left the planet. And we would quarantine the planet, essentially. She kept the security men as collateral until the rest of the colonists were evacuated. Greg seemed a little upset that we opted to talk to her. We are Jedi. Life is, preserving life is one of our biggest tenets, We can't just go around killing everybody. That's just stupid. It took us a week to organize the evacuation and another 2 weeks to make it happen. In that time, we learned that the Queen was not malicious. She was just trying to defend her nest. Our peaceful solution forced Greg to give us extra character points, which allowed 2 of us to qualify for being Jedi Masters. I think he was upset we didn't go in, swinging our lightsabers like barbarians on a rampage and try to kill her off. But he wanted us to run Jedis, and we were running our Jedis properly, so... You got to play your character, just the way it is. At any rate, I think he was hoping for more of an action-oriented ending, but it worked. Less loss of life, too. Well, only one person died in the whole thing. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.